Welcome to Coach's Corner, everybody. Thanks for watching the show. I'm your host, Paul Tripoli. I have a special guest on today, Rita Dotson, the Roger Scott Tennis Center. She is the director of the junior tennis at the center and also founder and president of Tennis for Everyone, which we're going to talk about. Rita, thanks so much for joining the show today.
Thank you for having me.
It's going to be so much fun. Gosh, I got so many questions, but let's start from the beginning. Okay. I believe the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. So talk about your mom and dad and where you grew up and how you got started in tennis.
Yes, I'm a Pensacola native, or at least I call myself that. My mother was a native Pensacolian, and my father was from the Philippines, and he joined the Navy. And at the time, they were able, the Filipinos were able to join the U.S. Navy, and then they were granted citizenship. So he met my mother here in Pensacola, and the rest is history. There are 6 of us, 6 kids, 4 boys, 2 girls, and so I fall in the middle there. So
you do?
I'm one of the middle.
I know Monica is one of your sisters I met the other day. Is she older or younger?
Yeah, she's older. She's older. Yeah.
So you had how many? 3 boys, 3 girls?
4. We almost had a Brady Bunch. I really wanted a Brady Bunch, but we had 4 boys and 2 girls. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Well, I had a little brother, little sister theory anyway, because I was the youngest of 4 boys, and a lot of guests that I have on the show are younger siblings, and especially the athletes. They grew up with bigger, faster, stronger kids. And I guess your siblings are no different. You guys competed at home events.
Yeah, my oldest brother and my 2 older brothers played basketball, and then my 2 of my brothers, Angelo and Edward, played football. So they played high school football at PHS. Go Tigers!
So you're the little sister to them. So yeah, you tried to hang around with them and got beat up. That's good for you.
Yeah, I was one of the guys most of the time playing football. We lived up in DC, so we're big Washington fans.
Oh yeah, that's right. So, I know Jeremy Reeves' team, the kid that I coached at Catholic. Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about that. My dad was a huge Redskins fan growing up, so they were special to me. All right, well let's. So you got your passion in high school, right? You started playing tennis when you were in 9th grade.
Pretty much, yeah. I started in PE class. So the PE teacher during our tennis unit, we were just out there hitting the ball around. I barely knew which end of the racket to hold, but so we had a tennis unit in PE, and it just so happened the tennis coach was Dean Rogers, Charlie Rogers, and it was his wife was the PE teacher, Mary Rogers. So she sent me to him, and I thought I was in trouble, but he came and had me come and try out for tennis. So, and the rest is history.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's how you got your start. And then you went on to play JUCO, right, at Jefferson Davis Community College.
Yes, I did. I played for 2 years, and then after that, didn't really play tennis a whole lot. Then got back into USTA leagues, and then got certified as a teaching pro, and taught for my husband and I. Taught for about 14 years out in Gulf Breeze at Shoreline Park. And then he started a construction business. And then I kept teaching, and I currently teach at Roger Scott Tennis Center.
Oh my gosh, Rita, you not only teach there, you won the prestigious award a couple of weeks ago in New York at the US Open. Talk about receiving the Billie Jean King Champion of Equality Award. I got to tell our listeners, Venus Williams was the very first winner. You filled her shoes. That was big shoes to fill. You're the second recipient of that award. What was that feeling like, and how did you find out about it?
Yeah, just to clarify, this was the second year. So there's the big award, which again went to Venus last year. This year it actually went to Shonda Rhimes, who in and of her, she has some pretty good honors and accolades as far as a TV producer, a writer, and a showrunner. So the award, there are 17 sections within the USTA. So I did receive the award for Florida. Florida is its own section. So was a huge honor. And I it was it's probably one of my crowning moments, if you could say,
Mhm.
one of my
Right.
achievements that I am really super proud of, to be awarded this Champions of Equality award, which kind of is a little segue into my Tennis for Everyone, which is my nonprofit, and it's what Billie Jean King stands for and what she has always stood for. And it was such an honor, and then to be in the company of such greats as Shonda Rhimes and Billie Jean King, of course, and Maria Sharapova was on the panel,
Hmm.
and Robin Roberts was the moderator. So
Right. Yeah,
yes,
Robin. I love Robin Roberts, cancer survivor.
that's
Um,
right. That's right.
Gosh, this award, the second annual celebrating women who have championed equality in the sport.
Mhm.
Rita, who was your champion growing up? Who inspired you? Who gave you motivation to get into this field and this passion that you love to do?
Well, it was really Billie Jean King. Looking back, I watched. I mean, I used to watch it. They didn't have much coverage on TV, but I would watch. Especially the U.S. Open. But Billie Jean King, Chris Evert, Yvonne Goolagong, that whole group of women.
Hmm.
But Billie Jean King was such a champion in more ways than one. Even when she started, she battled, of course, the battle of the sexes with Bobby Riggs, and
Right.
that was the same
Right.
year, 1973. I believe that was the same year that she uh, advocated for equal pay. So the U.S. Open that year was the first time that the women and men received equal pay. So,
Wow.
looking back at all of the things that she has done, I will have to say she is pretty much basically my role model, and someone that easily anyone could model their lives behind for all of the things that she has accomplished.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Did you get a chance to talk to her? What did she say to you?
Oh, I did. I did. I met her at it was the Billie Jean King Cup at Delray Beach last year,
Yeah.
and I did have a book. I received this book. I don't know if you can see it,
Yeah.
but I received
Yeah.
her book
Oh,
then,
wow.
and got to talk to her a little bit. It was hard to get close to her.
Right.
So
Right.
at this award ceremony, I did have my book with me, and I got her to sign it.
That a girl. That a
Got her
girl.
autograph. And when I talked to her and shook her hand, she actually said, "Well, I remember you." So
Wow.
maybe from Delray Beach, she remembered me being there because that same last year we did an all girls camp, and we had a bunch of campers, girls out there uh, doing some tennis drills and such and playing. And as a matter of fact, Jess Pagula came out at the end and got to meet all the girls and take pictures and photo ops. And Kathy Rinaldi, who was the captain of the
Yeah.
women's team at that time, she came out. It was just a wonderful experience, and it was so nice to have a bunch of young girls out there singing that there's space for them in the realm of tennis.
We're
So
going to talk. We're going to talk a little bit about tennis for everyone in just a minute. But
mhm.
did you get a chance to talk to Robin Roberts? She's one of my favorite people.
I was a little bit starstruck, I must say, but I did when we took our group picture. Everyone was just kind of gathering around and milling around, and I almost got to stand next to her in the picture, but somebody got in there. But someone else got in there, but I did shake her hand and I introduced myself,
Mhm.
and she just congratulated me on the award.
Wow. What was your favorite match to watch at the U.S. Open?
Gosh, I love watching Coco Golf play and Jess Pagula,
Yeah.
some of the up and coming Americans. But Coco Golf is really she's still young, but she has a ways to go with her maturity. But she is pretty wise for her years, and can figure out. Tennis is more than just hitting the ball. You gotta learn how to problem solve while you're out there, and I just like to watch her play. And also Alcaraz, I mean, he's just a beast. You
Yeah,
know,
it is.
I can watch him anytime.
All
Yeah.
right, let's talk about tennis for everyone. Why
Mhm.
did you start it? How can our listeners get involved? I mean, the rewards of this program seem priceless. You yourself said, quote, in giving, I've received much more than I could have ever imagined.
Yes, yes. Um,
Explain.
I love being around town and running into former students. They're
Mhm.
adults now, and maybe I'm teaching their kids now,
Mhm.
especially at the community centers. Tennis for Everyone. It started out. We started it in 2001, and but before that, there was a program called Summer Outreach, and the local Junior Tennis Association, which they are no longer in existence.
Mhm.
So once they shifted and went in a different direction, my husband and I formed Tennis for Everyone to continue offering free tennis to uh, underserved communities. And
Right.
so we kind of picked it up and just kept it running. And we started, of course, just doing the summer, but we felt like we needed to do a little more. So during the school year, we go to these several community centers and offer free tennis and homework assistance, especially at Fricker Center is one of the centers we've been with ever since the beginning,
Mhm.
and we offer homework assistance and free tennis. So we go to Fricker Center, Cobb Center, and Woodland Heights during the school year after school, and
Oh,
then we picked it up. Of course, we do these racket roundups, which are supported by Pensacola Sports. We do those in the summertime,
uh-huh.
and when I say we, I mean our volunteers.
Right.
So we have a great group of volunteers and tennis advocates. And what we're learning is, it's more than just tennis. We're teaching these children life skills. We are exposing them to a basically a non-traditional sport,
Mhm.
and would like to build their confidence in knowing that they can really do anything that they set their minds to. So
You
we
know, that's so beautiful, Rita. You know what else is neat is Special Olympics is very dear to you. You were a coach for Team Florida in the 2022 USA Games Special Olympics,
yes.
calling it your greatest inspiration.
Yes.
Talk about Special Olympics and how cool that is.
Yes, we practice every Saturday. As a matter of fact, we start practicing this Saturday. If anyone wants to come out and volunteer, you are more than welcome.
Awesome.
But what I've learned that with Special Olympics athletes, uh, every day, every minute, they give their all and they have fun, and the whole time they're smiling,
Yep.
and it just brings me great joy to see them accomplish things that maybe they didn't realize they could do. And
Right.
we use the red. I'm not sure if you're familiar, if anyone's familiar with the red, orange, green ball progression.
Uh-huh.
So if they aren't super skilled or just don't have the mobility, we'll start with this red ball. It's a big ball, and they just work on their individual skills. So there's different divisions for the Special Olympics. We do have some unified partnerships where one of us will play with one of the athletes, and so adaptive tennis, Special Olympics especially, um, adaptive tennis in general is just really growing. There was a national tournament recently down in Orlando, which was all unified partnerships. So
Uh-huh.
that's one of the goals we have is to develop some unified partnerships so that we can take some athletes to go play in that each year. And I am on the National Adaptive USTA National Adaptive Committee, and I just love seeing all the ins and outs and making things happen, and running tournaments like that and such. And again, working with the Special Olympics athletes, there's just no limits, and that's one of the things I loved. And a lot of people say, well, over the years, they've like, you found your passion. You have found your passion, but
Right.
for me, my passion found me. I open one door and then I go step into something else. So
No grass grows under your feet.
I'm sorry.
No grass grows under your feet.
That's right.
You're on your third term for on the board of directors for the Florida USDA. What's that experience been?
Yes, again, learning the ins and outs of an organization. This is still, it's a volunteer role, but I love it. Watching how each piece works, and you have with USTA Florida, you have your leagues, you have now adaptive, you have junior tennis. There's the Bobby Curtis tennis that happens down south every year. Bobby Curtis was a mover and shaker. Not sure if you're familiar with him, but and his work, he did a lot for junior team tennis, and tennis in general. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But
tennis in general from you also comes in wheelchair tennis. Are you starting a wheelchair tennis?
Yeah, that's on the in the books right now. Working
God, Rita,
on wheelchair.
Good job, girl.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
so
that's awesome. That's starting up, huh?
It is. We're applying for grants and looking for support. We used to have the Pensacola Open wheelchair tournament. David Mayo was instrumental in running that tournament. I think we ran it for about 17 years, maybe around there. And we had athletes come from all over the world. We had international athletes come for that. So we're trying to get that back at Roger Scott with the new courts and everything, a lot safer. And then we hope to grow some local players here too as well.
Is there a phone number or a website that somebody could reach out to you?
Well, right now for Tennis for Everyone we're on Facebook, and it's tennis-4-everyone. And they can probably go into the Roger Scott Tennis website and page. There's a link there. And also they can reach me personally if anyone has any questions.
Oh, awesome. Are you still playing competitive tennis?
Not playing as much right now, but in the past, I played in the USTA leagues, and I played ladies league for many years.
In doubles, you played singles and doubles champion?
Oh yeah, that was years ago. It was a clay court championship. And
did you and Ed hook up in any mixed doubles?
We played league for mixed doubles.
Oh, did you?
Many years. Yes.
No, you guys won the league, I'm sure.
Yes, one of our claim to fame was at the time they didn't have a super big national or international for mixed doubles. You could only go so far within your state. But there was I think they called it the Eastern Nationals. The last year that we played together, and we got to go to Puerto Rico. So, we had a little vacation. A big vacation with a little tennis. That's what we call it. Yeah. So that was an experience. But yeah,
that's
my partner.
Awesome, man, so everybody, Pensacola is so proud of you for winning that award. Man, we got a treasure right here in our backyard. Matter of fact, right next to us is your neighbor.
Happy to have you next door.
We're so looking forward to it, Angie and I.
Yeah.
Rita, thanks so much for all you do for the underprivileged or the privileged, and anybody that wants to play tennis. We appreciate you, and thank you for being you.
All right, thank you so much for having me.
See you soon.
Pleasure. All right, bye-bye.
Wow, that was awesome. Rita Dotson, prestigious award, U.S. Open, the thing she does for this area in tennis. She is to be commended. Have a great sports weekend, everybody. Stay tuned for these important messages. Without these great sponsors, this just wouldn't be possible. See you later.
There's a reason why Hill Kelly in Pensacola is the #1 selling Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram dealer between Jacksonville and New Orleans. While other dealers have taken advantage of a competitive market with higher prices, Hill Kelly has discounted prices to the lowest of the year. And Hill Kelly in Pensacola won't surprise you with excessive charges beyond the selling price. Come see why people from Milton, Pace, Foley, Bay Minette, Daphne, Gulf Shores, Mobile, and beyond are driving to Hill Kelly in Pensacola to buy their next new new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram. At Hill Kelly, the bottom line price and your satisfaction are what really matter. So before you sign, check the bottom line and make the trip to Hill Kelly in Pensacola to see what true local ownership can do for you. At Hill Kelly Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Highway 29 in Car City, Pensacola. Or shop online 24/7 at hillkellydodge.com. When it comes to bottom line pricing, nobody beats a Hill Kelly deal. Nobody.
Drive a little to save a lot on 170 Buicks and GMCs at Step 1 Buick GMC. Get savings up to $4,000 on new Buick Encores, $9,450 on new Buick Envisions, $7,000 on new GMC Yukon XLs, or up to $15,345 off on new Sierras. Only at Step 1 Buick GMC, Pensacola.
Plus tax, tag, title, license, dealer processing fee expires 7/31/24 on select new 24 in-stock models. Discount off MSRP includes all incentives.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Are you riding around in a filthy vehicle? Dirty car no more. Visit Ronnie's Car Wash today to get it shining in no time. They have 3 convenient locations with another coming soon. The unlimited monthly wash packages start as low as $14.95 per month with free vacuums, multi-purpose spray, and towels. Visit them in Gulf Breeze, Navarre, Fort Walton, and soon Crestview. Don't wait. Wash today. Be sure to see Ronnie's Car Wash on Facebook to see the latest specials and discounts. You'll be riding and shining in no time.
75 years of service and high tech today. It's Pensacola Glass Company at 433-8348. High tech is a term often applied to advanced services and products in today's marketplace. And today, glass is much more than the simple painted brittle, see-through stuff we hit baseballs through when we were kids. Glass is now a product with unique flexibility in both performance and application. And Pensacola Glass Company is growing right along. That's Pensacola Glass Company at 433-8348.